We're getting an obstacle course, this bit of pathway going back towards the viaduct. Well, I'm here back at the viaduct now, there it is. Right, let's look back. Take a picture of all these obstacles. And picture of the viaduct coming up. You see all the roots growing up out the embankment over there. And then you've got the flat slate stones at the bottom. And the water's worn it away over the years. A couple of trees to step over. Nothing too bad though. Oh, what's he doing? Do you want some salt and vinegar on that? Right, nice picture of the open space now. You can see quite a bit of the viaduct in the river. What I'll do, so I've got the water in and the structure itself. A couple of pictures just to make sure. So obviously where the railway lines go along and meet the road, where Coopy's Lane, there's a bridge goes across the top of it. That's where I'm going to be going across to the corner to get back on Coopy's Lane and go back the way I came, past Clark's Bog Nature Reserve, and then go back to Dunce's houses and then cross over. I'll be back at the car. But I've got some wading through mud and shit to go before I get there first. I was just watching a squirrel running up the embankment there as I was talking about the railway. So if you're walking along, and just be quiet and just keep your training your eyes left to right like a radar, you spot them. So that shows you the power of the water where it's rushing past the leg of the viaduct. So you can see the pathway over there where people go down to the water's edge. So you can go down there and launch your kayak or your blow up canoe. Because the water's deep enough now, so you wouldn't have to keep starting and pushing yourself off the rocks. You just go all the way towards Bothell Castle, because the water's deep and fast flowing. Am I getting an echo? Just a little bit. So as you can see, there's metal railings along the top edge there to stop people clambering down the side and clambering over. So it keeps them off the railway lines as well, so they don't get killed by the oncoming trains. Water's running really fast, look. There's loads of stones built up there. Right, so I've got to go about another 1,000 yards along this path and then take the path that's going to take us up to the top of the hill. Then across I've got to cut across a farmer's field on a 45-degree angle towards Coopy's Lane bridge over the railway line for the cars to get over the top. And then that's when I'm going to start walking along past that estate that I came past this morning after crossing over from the Clarksbog nature reserve. But this is where I've got to start going up already, really slippy, boggy mud pathway, and hopefully I can get to the top. Right, is this it? I think this is the path I've got to get up. I think so. Yeah, I think so, yeah. So, look, this right at the start now. Oh, God. Oh, slurp, slurp. I can put my foot on there, then there, and then step up. That's it. This is going to be fun and games getting to the top of here, I tell you. Oh, look at the deep mud, man. Shit. Like I say, fun and games. It's just all slippy mud, look. All the way up. Looks like people might have gone up there to escape this pathway. Use the trees to hold on to get up. Whoa! Right, there's my first slip in the soft mud. Slurp, slurp. I'm slipping and sliding all over. Oh, God. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get past these brambles. Right. Let's just see what it's going to be like. I might have to go underneath here and go back onto the path further up. I can duck underneath this bit tree and get past the next 20-foot section. Ow, getting bloody holly bush flipped in me face. I'm just getting deeper and deeper in the mud here now. Right. Go back across to the left now and get back on a bit of the path. Hopefully without slipping down on my ass. But that's these big holly bush branches that I've just tried to get past. So like I say in the movies, don't try this at home, folks. Right, so as you can see, there's nothing to hold on to, and it's just all soft clay mud full of water. And worse still is these brambles are coming across the path, so if you go to fall, you're obviously going to stretch out and try and grab a hold of something to stop you falling. Of course, I'm getting bloody strangled by these thorn bushes. Right, so you can see where people have been trying to put their boots in, they just slip back down. That's any good holding on to that, just snaps. Slowly but surely. Of course, my camera keeps swaying and hits us on my knuckles. I kind of stand there, I get really, really angry when it's doing that, swinging backwards and forwards, because I'm having to lean forward to step up. Right, so just about there now, where you get on this like a bit of a sand bank to get a bit at the top. And that's it, I've made it. So, pat on the back for me. But like I say, that's not the end of the fun and games, because I've got thick mud and shit to get across where the train lines go across to meet the road again. And Coopy's Bridge. Right, so I've got to walk along past these power lines, poles. Right, just up onto the top field now. And here we go, getting up onto the corner of the field. Right, last step up, and hopefully I get up without slipping back down, because it's all clotty, soft, mushy mud here. Once again, nothing to grab onto, so that's just thorn bushes. Right. There's little stones under there, so I might get a decent grip. Right. I'm going for that. Right, so that's where the viaduct comes along, and you've got the railway lines there going through the metal stairs. Right, so I've got to go so far along this track. And then cut across the corner of the field to get back on the road. Right, take a picture back here. Right, so that's where I've come up from the river alongside the viaduct. And now I'm just following these power lines along the edge of the privet here, along the edge of the farmer's field. Now, fellow wanderer had a secret camp along here, but I'm not going to tell you where or even point where it is, because I don't even know if he still goes down and still uses it, so I'll not reveal its location. But obviously he used to come along here with Man Camper 60, what was his name? Man Camper 66, I think it was. Right, so there's the humped back bridge where the road goes over the top of the railway lines there. at Coopy's Bridge, Coopy's Lane, sorry. So I've got to head over to that corner and cut through a turnstile. Right, now instead of going right at the corner, then round to the right, I'm just going to cut across now on an angle to get to the corner of the farmer's field now. Because obviously there's nothing growing in the fields at the minute. So I'm not watering on anything to destroy anything. It's just dead at the minute. But the grass is full of water, morning dew, so. But the good thing is, I'll be scraping a lot of the mud off my boots as I'm walking through the longer grass bits. Right, I can't remember where I squeezed through. I think it's just there. There's a gap in the privet just there. So I'm heading for that. So the trains come along here over the viaduct, which is back there. Come along this bit track here where these metal stays are holding the power lines. Goes underneath the road arch bridge just there, and you can see the traffic, the train signals walkway across the top over there. Here, talking about the train, here we go. North East Railway. I don't think you can get further along that way. I'm not sure if you can stick to the top of the privet going across the farmer's fields. But there's a house along there where you can see the caravans parked outside. So I'm just going to head over here until I recognise where I squeezed through. I'm sure it's just there at the end of the privet there. You can get through, then start going along a really thick mud farmer's track to meet the road going along there on the way back towards the car and Clark's Bog Nature Reserve. But this is just a way you can cut a bit of a corner off your journey instead of going right around the edge of the field. Well, let's just pan back round and look towards where there's the viaduct there. You can see the metal handrails. And you can look in the corner there, you can see the power lines going across the river to the other side and up towards the road at the top. Bothell Bank. Not Bothell Bank, sorry. Worrell Bank. I think this track just naturally goes round and you follow the edge of the road and then it takes you onto the tarmac road at the end of it, about 250 yards, but it's all thick, clarty mud till you get back on the road. So you've got to duck and dodge the worst parts of it, where the big puddles of water are. Yeah, I think it's just a road track that goes along the side here and goes through the gap in the privet here. It's coming back to us now. Let's have a look. Because I was looking on the maps at that track going along the edge of the railway line to see if there's a way you could get down past the viaduct we have just come up from. but it'll be really steep and slippery going down there. You're bound to go slipping down on your ass. They're being so steep. And those metal railings go across halfway down to stop people doing that as well. So you've got all that to contend with. Right, so you've got to stick this side of this track because it's all thick mud in the middle where the farmers' tracks have gone, big wheels have gone through it, turning it all up. But it doesn't, it's only about 250 yards, then you get on the road. They've just recently cut all this privet back, you can see those rotating blades that have been along here. Right, so as you can see, just go around this corner and then you get on the road, but you just got to get past all these puddles of water and boggy bits. And this is where they train the horses to jump over the hurdles. So you can see where people have kept their left here and gone around these big puddles of water. I've done the hard part, like scrambling up that hill with nothing to hold on to, and I was worried about falling out backwards in the mud. But I've got to go all the way down that side of that field and then head to Clark's Bog Nature Reserve, that green hut, and then just follow the road down past it, and then cut through that little thicket that I came through at the beginning, and then cross over the road and I'm back of the car. There you get in the middle here. There's bricks all in the middle. Right. I just go across the far side here. Looks the driest. Right, so you go along here, and then there's two metal gates you come across on the right hand side. You cut through them and then just walk straight down, and you're back on Coopy's Lane, where I turned off first thing this one to the right. At that farmhouse gateway with the stone pillars. I'm just wondering if that's a bird sitting on top of the privet, straight ahead. Or it's just something stuck in the privet. It's just something sticking up from the privet.